So, hi everyone, welcome, and again also welcome to the two participants today. So two people are sitting here. One is very famous for being successful in DeFiChain DEX training. It's unseren, and I'm very happy to have him with me today. And also welcome everyone who's just watching the recording on YouTube. So, like always, I will start with opening the slides of this little presentation. So we are currently at the Dex Trading Beginners Workshop Edition 3. So if you haven't so far, please watch the other two. So the first and the second one. It's also here on our YouTube channel, Dex Trading Vision. And yeah, the material or the topics we are going to discuss today are maybe a little bit more into the detail, and yeah, the first and second workshop will help you to understand what we are going to discuss today. So, like always, I will start with a little disclaimer. So for everyone watching this workshop and in general every information which are provided by the Dex Trading Live team, which I'm also part of and unseren is also part of, you always have to be aware that we are not giving any investment advice. So it's your part to check all the information and make your own decisions. So we are not responsible for any losses you are going to make, including limitations, so losing of profits, which may arise because you kind of directly followed our instructions. So always be aware that me and the other persons can make mistakes, and double check the information which are given. And in general, like I already said, no investment advice is given by this workshop. So the agenda is still the old one. So from the beginning with workshop 1, and a lot of the points which you can see here have already been covered with the first and second workshop. So at the beginning, I did give some introductory information, and some of them I will repeat today. So for example, I will give you some information about Dex Trading Masters, the trading competition on the DeFi chain, and other things like the second big point here, the explanation of the unique Dex trading system was covered in the first workshop. So there I was explaining the mechanics, the tokenomics, and everything you have to understand about this system and how it actually works and what are the algorithms and everything that keep the system in a range of plus minus 5% in the USD around the Oracle price. And then we also went on with trading. So we did speak about some general points, and especially then in the second workshop, I explained and also showed you with my light wallet long and short positions. And the big topic was the whole vault system and everything you have to know about the Oracle prices and how actually the Oracle price are valid kind of at DeFi chain, meaning what is the actual active price and what is the next price you have to consider when taking a short position in general. So today I think we can go, and I think it's not a must, but we are kind of free here to choose the next topic. But what is still missing is some tools to explain them more in detail, and especially on this presentation, there are some slides about different strategies. So strategies meaning depending on your availability and everything you need to consider when trading in general at DeFi chain. How are your skills? So adjust your strategies according to your skills, your expertise, and also the time you can kind of give to the trading there. So, but first of all, I want to switch to this slide. Give me a second, please. So the Dex Trading Masters, our trading competition at DeFiChain, did start last year, I think in the mid of last year. I think unseren and Dex Trader have been one of the first people, community members of the Dex Trading Live team, and then came up with the idea to start a competition to show the potential of DeFiChain DEX trading. And at the 18th of March, we will already be at the 6th edition of Dex Trading Masters. Han Solo, it's kind of difficult for me sometimes to remember the nicknames. So did you join one of the Dex Trading Masters already? Sorry if I missed you, but so many nicknames there. You can write it in the chat. Do you know about Dex Trading Masters? I think so, yes, because you have been also at the second workshop, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, still not. So you didn't join, but I think you did hear about it. Okay, so yeah, okay. So in general, let me give you some explanatory words about the competition. The Dex Trading Masters is a trading competition on the DeFi chain where people start with a capital of 500 USD and 3 DFI, and at a certain start block, the trader try to increase their DUSD amount, and thereby competing against each other. And there's a ranking according to the DUSD win, the profit. And at the end, it's about 4 weeks. The ranking and the competition will be finished. And according to your ranking, you will get prizes. And one of the prizes are DUSD. So according to your place, you will get, for the first place, 26%, and the 11th to 15th place will get 1%. And these DUSD are coming from 80% of by the enrollment fee collected DUSD. So every competitor has to pay a little fee of 25 DUSD, and 80% of that are given as prize DUSD to the competitors. On top, of course, to the profit you will make by your trades anyway. And then, like always, we can be happy about some sponsors, some new ones, and also some which have been sponsoring not only the first time, but some also frequently. And this time we can be happy about a surprise Jello drop for every competitor. Jello is the meme token or one of the meme token at the DeFi chain, DeFi meta chain. Like I think always, or at least with the second edition of Dex Trading Masters, maybe also from the beginning, the team of Bitwesties, which is a clothing brand, will give a gift box to the first place. And again, we will have Chain Report, the crypto tax tool, with giving a Chain Report investors license for the third and eighth place. And then CryptoFactor, so the project on DeFi Meta Chain, will give 10 times 10 DUSD for newbies. And on top, I think this is on top, right, Honsan? 100 USD in CryptoFactor for 10 to 15 from CryptoFactor and Honsan. Yes. Honsan,
yes, it is.
Okay,
yes.
So we have, all in all, we have 200 USD here. And then also very interesting 10,000 Jeff token for the player ending in the exact middle of the field. It's quite interesting. So it's not the best one. It's not the newbie. It's actually the one who's at the end of the competition in the middle of the field. Might be interesting how people, if they want exactly this price, the Jeff token, or how they are trying to achieve this, will be interesting to watch. And another new Jeff Sphere was already sponsor of Dex Trading Masters 4 or 5. Can't remember exactly. But this time with Jeff token. Back then they sponsored USD, I think 1,000 USD. And then we also have the TNT World project. So it's kind of an NFT project with cash flow NFTs. I think it's a little bit GameFi also included, and they will give 10 USD for each newbie. So newbies will get also some nice prizes. I think here 10 USD and another 10 times 10 USD will cover almost the 25 USD enrollment fee. And DeFi Dex Trader, who did win the Bitwesties gift box, will now at this edition, the Dex Trading Master 6, raffle his gift box among newbies. So it will start at 8th of March. I can also briefly show you the registration process. So this is the website of the Dex Trading Live team, Dex Trading Master 6 and 6th edition. Okay, so the starting block is already integrated and competition ends about 4 to 5 weeks later. Okay, what you have to do to register, you will then obviously click on our website and look it up for yourself, but I can briefly explain it to you. So you will create a new address and send to this address 525 DUSD and 3 DFI. Then from this new address, you will send 25 DUSD enrollment fee to the Dex Trading Live Treasury address, which you will find here. And remaining on your address are 500 DUSD and something like 2.9999 DFI. Why DFI? First of all, you need for every transaction like PoolSwap, but also add collateral, a little transaction fee, which is paid in DFI. And if you want to, and most of the traders do this, to open a loan, not a loan, to open a vault, first of all, you need 2 DFI. And that's what the DFI are for. You can also use these DFI and swap for DUSD to increase your balance, but yeah, mostly it's for opening a vault to be able to go short also. So, and after this, you will get in contact with the team, preferably DeFi DEX trader. You can contact him on X or Telegram and send him please the DeFi scan link with your transaction that you paid the USD enrollment fee, and then he has your address, and you can also give him your nickname you want to have on the Dex Trading Masters. Okay, I think this is it about Dex Trading Masters. Yeah, Dex Trading Masters in general is interesting also for newbies because it's still an amount of USD everyone can afford. So USD is currently trading at about 27 cents. And so it's like less than a third of this amount in dollar. I think something like $160 you have to pay for these USD, and then being in the competition and this thrill while being in the competition, and also the possibility to interact with other traders in our Telegram group and being able to observe the strategies of other traders is very helpful, even as a newbie, to kind of find your first way, to kind of make your first experience in DEX trading. So it's recommended, should join. And of course, we are also making some kind of noise about DeFiChain. And I think it's always good if you have as many as possible traders there at the DeFiChain DEX Trading Masters. So this slide I want to show, like always, very briefly, because especially in Germany, but also many other countries, paying taxes is recommended. No, it's not recommended. Of course, you have to, otherwise it's a crime. And using Chain Report is also personally recommended by myself, not just because they are a sponsor, but especially for DeFiChain. I think they are the only tool which is able to, or which is giving you the correct asset prices and the correct price of USD in fiat. So let's say dollar or euro. And so you can just synchronize your wallet there, all type of DeFiChain wallets, and especially for trading, highly recommended to have a good overview about your balance and all the trades, which are then important for the tax report. And it's not just DeFiChain, they have many more blockchains and services integrated. So I think Chain Report is a very good one in the crypto space, or a very good tool, especially also about prices. It's still pretty cheap, so it's recommended by me to use this one. Okay, so then I will drop the slides and here. So this one. Okay, last time we stopped here at the tools, and I did show something about DeFiChain.trade. This is definitely a tool everyone should use and should know about it. So you can also say if you don't use it, you are kind of blind in the field. And check out DeFiChain.trade. We will do this also together today. Then DeFiScan.live, it's the DeFiChain Block Explorer, also useful. And DStocks DeFiChain web app. And yeah, all the other one, we kind of touched them already. And I think today we can then go into strategies, talk a little bit about that. And I did prepare this slide here to kind of start this topic with some general thoughts, and maybe Honsan can also add his opinion about this, and maybe we can get a kind of discussion here. And Han Solo, if you like to, you can kind of give an estimation in the chat. What do you think? What is your expertise about DeFiChain DEX trading? Are you a newbie, or let's say, how do you say, an expert, but something between that? What do you think? So, because when we talk about strategies, there are some general points. So some, what is it? Attributes, some skills, and everything else. We are not all the same. So for example, your interest and motivation, your general intelligence, your trading experience, especially on the DeFiChain DEX, but also on the traditional markets, your trading knowledge, your personal wealth, your mental stability, your age, and the time you have, and all these are things which are different for each of us. And so the summary or the conclusion about this is that there is not the one-to-go strategy for one person. So you kind of have to find out what's the best for you, what can you achieve with your skills, with your time, with your knowledge and your stability, and then also some of these attributes will change with the time and you can adjust your strategy. Honsan, what do you think about that?
First of all, I don't know how much Mike Ikwe as man of the wood is counted, but as you mentioned, it is the multi properties or multi things
the attributes, the skills.
The skills, the attributes are many, and I think that the main focus of every trader is to find his own best of these skills or of these attributes and try to improve them.
Exactly.
I think if you have 2 or 3 that you focus on and try to improve them to make some general improvement in your trading.
Yeah, I agree. So let's go over to the next slide. I did try to kind of give some headlines for different strategies or different, okay, I'm missing my words today in English, but let's just go on. So first of all, time period. So what kind of trade are you going to make is pretty important when making a strategy at DeFiChain DEX trading. So for example, is it a short-term trade, let's say several hours, maybe one day, or a medium trade, medium long-term trade, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, or are you going to make a long-term trade or an investment? This all is important because, just one example, the pool liquidity. If you are planning to make a short-term trade, you need to consider that within this time you want to close your trade, and that's the reason why you can't probably with this strategy not use as much capital, or meaning DUSD or DUSD asset equivalent, like if you're building, for example, a long-term portfolio. When building a long-term portfolio or making, in this here I did describe it as a long-term trade, which is kind of an investment, or how you want to name it. There's kind of a pool liquidity, and you swap from time to time some DUSD, but it's not that important for you to have the liquidity to swap back all of that amount in one trade. So you can decide later if you want to readjust your position with some shares of this D asset by selling some shares of this D asset, or maybe even use the future swap if it's still in profit for you. But if you are making some short-term trades, like at the Dex Trading Masters, it's very important that you especially then keep the pool liquidity in mind. So unseren at Dex Trading Masters, we are trading with 500 USD. And you can swap a lot of these pools, right? So with 500 USD, you can even swap through the URTH pool, which has a liquidity of 310,000 with a slippage tolerance of 0.5. I would say this is kind of the border. So our estimation always is to divide the pool liquidity by 1,000, and then you have the amount of DUSD or D asset equivalent you can swap through this pool. It's a little bit more. So I think 400 to 450, maybe even 500 USD are tradable in this pool with having a slippage or slippage tolerance at your light wallet of 0.5%. So the next step would then be, if there are no questions, I can kind of do it like yesterday. Because yesterday was the question to give an example. So the people kind of wanted to understand our way of thinking. And it was not that easy to explain. So I started with building up here on the screen my tools, which I'm using. And then we discussed some points there. So what do you think? Should we do this today? And also and watch the mempool.
It depends on Hansel, I think.
Yeah. Hansel, do you want to drop a question or something? Han Solo. So then he's okay. So then I'm just building up my tools here, what I'm using. Okay, Han Solo has no question for now, so that's a compliment for me, or even not. Okay. I will start again from the perspective of a beginner, because it's beginner workshop and today we have no questions. What is okay also, so there will be a discussion coming, but at one point we have to start. So first of all, let's just have a look what might be interesting. So BT is the short ETF on Bitcoin futures, is currently in a discount of 8%, so minus 8% to the Oracle price. Oracle price is the price of the actual asset on the DeFi chain. So what happened today? Oh, I'm sorry. Today was a pretty heavy, or let's call it, no, not heavy, but okay, it was a pretty heavy setback of Bitcoin. So I think today we have been at $73,000 and now we are at $69,000. So it's minus 5.89%. And of course, if the Bitcoin price falls, the Bitcoin futures short ETF is increasing. So the current Oracle price is at 7.64 here. So with the next oracles, so the data which are fed to the blockchain, this should adjust to 7.68. And we will be in a discount even bigger than minus 8%, a little bit bigger. And not a little bit, it's almost 1% here, deviation, or 0.6%. So then at the next step, we can have a look at BT in general on the DeFi chain. So what happened today? At DeFiChain.trade, you have the possibility here to go on the tab Explore and then filter for different assets or different token on the chain. So we will have a look for BT and just look at the data here, the swaps, which happened in the last hours, to get an idea what other people did so far. So, where should we start? Some hours here. Let's just start here. 6 hours ago was almost the time Wall Street bell was ringing. Yes, 6 hours ago, 6 hours, 50 minutes. So let's start here. Someone started to buy BT, so went short on Bitcoin. Some people followed, and then there was one person who went short on BT. No, not short on, so can also be a long position, which was closed. And we can check this out, or try to find out by clicking on his address. He sold BT. And he has no vault open. So I cannot get further information, but 11 minutes, there's a lot of trading or at least transaction activity on this address. So what we can then do also, if we are interested in this address, click here and copy the address go back to DeFiChain.trade and go to account, addresses. This is my DTM2 address, but here you can add a new address group. I call this BT guy. Add this address. You can add several addresses to an address group, or we just want to add one address, so we don't need an alias for the different addresses because we just have one. Add this address and save the group. So then we can go back here and also filter, not just for token, but also for addresses. Here you have some are also already fixed here at DeFiChain.trade, but now also the BT guy is here. So what did he do? So this was the transaction we wanted to further understand, and it looks like he went long before, bought for an average price of 6.69 USD and sold for 6.77 USD. Here he went, okay. Either I'm missing something or this guy is just not in a good trading shape. He needs a workshop maybe, but maybe I'm missing a point. But here again, so 7 days, and then there was a kind of a period of 6-7 days when the next BT trade happened. So he went long with 720 USD, bought this amount of BT at an average price of 6.697, and then he sold again. Okay, with a, oh, I'm so sorry. Of course, he did a good trade. So a profitable trade. He bought at 6.697 USD and sold at 6.789 USD. So he made a profit of here 10 USD. Well done. He don't need the workshop. And then again, he bought 7 hours ago for 734 USD BT and then sold again for 744. So 2 profitable trades. Of course, the BT price increased a lot. So you can see here, if he would have waited with closing his long here, he would be way more in the profits. And still there's some space to the future swap, which will happen today. But it's completely fine. So he made a profit and he decided, or she decided to close this in a profit. So a profitable trade, nothing to add here. So then we will go back and see what's happening afterwards. So 7 hours later. So this was this guy, then another buy came in. Another buy, then another sell. No, this was this sell. And we did see many long positions on BT. Bought. Someone sold a big amount or a medium amount. Bought. So in general, we have more long positions. Can be also short positions who have closed their trades. But what we can see now here is that the Oracle price has been adjusted, so we are in an even bigger discount. So BT can be an interesting long position now. It might be, so that's why you are checking this, that when you are buying up the price, that you are trigger already long positions to take profit. So it's always recommended to take smaller amounts, maybe in this case 500 USD or 1000 USD, and even if you want to swap 3000 USD, I would split it into several trades, because on the way of buying these beta you can trigger long positions to close their trades, take profit, and by splitting your amount of USD into several smaller buys, you might get a better price. Did you trade BT today, Hansan?
Not at all. I don't like this stock really much, because it has many people who has a lot of BT, and because the pool is small, they can manipulate the pool a lot. So it's always tricky with this pool, from my opinion.
Tricky? What do you mean by manipulating?
Yes. That you can.
So
you can have the strategy about, you see, and you mentioned that the Bitcoin is falling now, but now when someone with the lot of USD won't buy cheap BT, he would grow up a lot, or if he would leave, he could push the price lower and lower, and you can do nothing against it.
Okay, but tomorrow is the future swap, so we have one more day. I know Bitcoin is very volatile. It's kind of risky, but still, just from the perspective now, with the Oracle price, you are all still 3.5% points above the price which you would get to close this trade with future swap. And from my perspective, it's still a good bet, if you want to call it like that, because there's such a high discount.
I will definitely consider it after today's close, which is in maybe 10 minutes. And again, about midnight, according to price action of Bitcoin. If it should stay down, I will probably go long BT for the future swap. Okay.
So, like you can see here, I think Hansan has already a broader knowledge, broader experience about Bitcoin trading itself. I think you are also interested in TNA and everything, and generally about Bitcoin and the performance of Bitcoin. So you are kind of giving you're not just looking at discount and premium, you also consider your decision on your knowledge about Bitcoin, and so you said you want to make your decision later, wait for some interesting points and time zones for Bitcoin, and then might take this trade, right?
Exactly. It is more about that the Bitcoin is really volatile now, and it today's grow up about 8%. So why it should do it again tomorrow? So it is about some kind of defensive view on this asset, according that I said that the pool is really small.
Yeah. So this is also then probably more like a short-term strategy. So you want to make a short-term trade there, But from my perspective, another interesting point is to build up a BT position and use it for liquidity mining. Because, and this is my investment thesis here, we are now at $69,000. And I'm also expecting that we will see way higher prices in this bull market. But 69,000 can be the low of the next, or the low of the next bear market, something like that. So BT might, over a longer period of time, come back to this price. Then using it for liquidity mining, building up a small position there and generating some yield might be interesting from my perspective, because the pool ratio, when my investment thesis becomes true, will come back to this price here, or this pool ratio. Also, what I'm doing is using BT a little bit to hedge my MicroStrategy position here, or Bitcoin position in general. And just looking at the discount, it's always, from my perspective, interesting to consider a long position when an asset is in such a high discount, just generally, because the odds are on your side. Let's say we don't know anything what will happen with Bitcoin. It's 50-50. It will go up or down. On top, you have this. So let's say it's a kind of calculation of odds. And then on top, you have this discount, which will bring the chances or the odds more on your side. That's my general opinion about this premium and discount, and actually I'm quite successful with such things. Also building short positions here, even though there are some trades which are not successful. Just using this premium and discount to take the counter trade, meaning going short when there's a high discount and going long when there is a high premium, is always high discount and high premium is always interesting. But yeah, like we did discuss before, Hanson is even more deep into the topic about Bitcoin and everything, and he brings on top to his strategy his knowledge about the general Bitcoin movements, and then might be even more profitable with these decisions. So having the knowledge about the general markets, the traditional finance markets, is always a very nice add-on. But if you are not having this knowledge, and that's actually what is true for me, I'm kind of building this knowledge now from time to time, but I was never successful in trading at the traditional markets, but I'm kind of built this expertise about the system, about the tokenomics, about watching the pools and playing this discount and premium game there. Yes. So
if I can edit something.
Yeah, of course.
Just to have also some fun or interesting thing, the Bitcoin just recover from the big support, about 68,000, and the MicroStrategy immediately by 1 15-minute candle jump from 1,550 to 1.
Hanson, I think something is wrong on your side with your microphone.
The resistance.
Okay, can you please repeat this sentence again, because I didn't hear you after you did speak
So
about the...
Yeah, there was quick recover about MicroStrategy. I don't know what did you hear already?
Yeah.
Bitcoin holds the 68,000 support. So there was in 15 minutes the great recovery of MicroStrategy, and it was pretty fast. If you look at the chart, there is the big green God candle on the 15 minutes chart. So
God candle. Okay, I can see at DeFiChain DEX there was some, a lot of sales. And do you know at which time? So how many minutes ago this happened? So I'm now on the DeFiChain side.
Last 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. But, so just right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we can see this here. So there came in directly some nice buys. And so MicroStrategy was even more down.
Yeah. It was about 1,160 at least, I think, on the central exchanges. And
oh yeah, here. That's actually something like, oh wow, that should be 120. Should be 8 or 7% up from here.
Mm.
Okay, that's crazy. Yeah.
So we will see how your BT will be doing tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have way more knowledge there, I see.
but the Bitcoin holds for now, but it has to reclaim, I think, 71,000 to continue the uptrend, or it will be maybe fall lower. So we will see.
Unseren, can you maybe talk for 2 minutes about something? I will open the mempool, and because I have to go to the toilet, but I will be very fast, okay?
Okay. So I think nice time for Han Solo to change the language. What do you think? Don't be shy and try to say something. If you hear me. So I don't know if Anselo is still here, but I will use this time to share some little details about DTM. Usually we say that it takes 4 or 5 weeks, but we are in the blockchain world, so it is exactly 43 days counted in blocks. So 43 multiplied by 2,880. And it usually starts on Monday and ends on Saturday. So it is quite a lot of time to make some nice profits. And I would recommend all of you who are listening to join the DTM, because it's really awesome, it's fun, and it's exciting, and you can make some nice gains.
I'm back.
Great.
Oh, I see Han Solo is writing. Is it Czech in the chat?
Yeah, he is a eastern neighbor.
Okay, all right, great. So
From Slovakia.
let's go back to the slides. So what we also covered a little bit here is the second strategy, and I think this is a good entry point for beginners, for newbies, to play this arbitrage game. So looking for high premium and discount. Of course, not just look at the premium and discount. Of course, you always have to consider the move or the traditional markets in general. So meaning what do you expect from the asset, but what I just said already is the premium and discount will put the odds on your side to make a successful trade. This is my opinion when starting there. Start with small amounts, start with money that you can afford to lose, and maybe try some small long positions with assets which are in high discount, or try a short trade with an asset which is in a high premium. And then, of course, if you want to be very successful, there's only one possibility. You have to learn about DeFiChain.trade, and especially when you are trading or doing a short-term trade, or you are playing a short-term trade strategy, you should monitor the mempool and be aware about what is going on there on the DeFiChain side, on the DEX where you are actually trading. And what we also covered a little bit here is then that also by using DeFiChain.trade you can observe or investigate other addresses and anticipate the next move of an address. So for example, if you see in the mempool there's a take loan transaction, there are, from my knowledge, only two reasonable next steps. It's either add liquidity or pool swap, so meaning going short on the asset. Or remove pool liquidity might be an indicator that as a next step the address will sell the D asset of this liquidity position, or maybe even increase the his D asset position by using the DUSD equivalent. This might be more likely when his liquidity position is in a, so the pool is also in a discount. And then especially big pool shifts. So there is a big shift on the DeFiChain DEX. So competitor or a trader, an investor does swap an unreasonable amount of asset or DUSD and shifts the pool ratio so that it's just reasonable to take the counter trade. This again is best to do or kind of manage when you are actually watching the mempool, because you see big pool shifts coming in directly before they are even even priced in, because what you are seeing here in the mempool is what will be added in the next block. So, for example, MicroStrategy was bought just. MicroStrategy is here at a discount of 2.3%, and if I refresh the site now, because of the buying, MicroStrategy is just in a discount of minus 1.6%. In addition, there's the Telegram bot. Hanson, do you still use the Telegram bot, which was, I think, developed by Kügi back then?
Yes, use it a lot.
Would be interesting, because at the moment I'm not using it anymore that frequently because of my strategy I'm currently able to do. I'm not that active, but would be interesting to know. So there's a alert coming from this Telegram bot, and you recognize it, but it's already, so you get the alert when the transaction is already processed, or how can I say, it's not when it comes into the mempool, it's when it's added to the blockchain already, right?
Not so sure if I get your interpretation, but I think in the mempool there are transactions that would be minted in the block, but they are still some kind of live. There are also ways that you can remove it by some scripts or something like that. So it's like waiting transactions.
This point is clear, but what about the bot? So this DeFiChain.
The bot gives you the.
Sorry, it gives you the alert once it. Yes, of course. Yes, thank you. I think yesterday in the German workshop did say it wrong. When you are doing the notification here, then you get the alert once it is processed or added to the blockchain. And the bot does inform you once the big pool shift is in the mempool. Yeah. So for example, here we have again the used MicroStrategy buys, which will then lead probably 2000. I think we will be then at a discount of about 0.5, 0.8, something like that. So you watching the mempool is just so important, because you can see what is traded at the moment. And yeah. Hanson, what else to say? It's just not that easy for me, because we are not having so many questions.
I would like to recommend to use all these tools as soon as possible when you start with trading, because people are usually afraid about many data that are shown about the swap and the mempool. Also, the explore page shows many information, so they are used to be a little scared about it, but feel free to ask us in our Telegram group and you will get used to really quickly. And it is really, like you say, that without this tool, you are nearly blinded.
Yeah.
And also on our YouTube channel, there is the quick guide or review from Alex, the DeFiDeX trader, made, and you can watch it, try it, and whenever you need, just ask and we will answer and guide you.
Yes, thank you. Okay. I think I can maybe show how to set up notifications. I did this in the third workshop, but when you are in the second workshop, when you are doing some trades and you are not able to watch the mempool the whole time, you are not having that much time, maybe you are at work, or maybe even you are kind of following a more medium or long-term strategy. You can always set up here in the explore mode. First of all, you can choose what you are going to filter from. So we are going to look for all addresses, and in this example, MicroStrategy sold for on board with any. So it's basically every MicroStrategy buy and sell at the DeFi chain with every other token. And then you can click here and give this a name and just submit a notification, and this will link you to your Telegram, and then you will get every trade which you have filtered here before once it is processed and added to the blockchain. So this kind of gives you the possibility to make some trades and not be always here and watching the mempool, but still getting an information once something important is happening about your trade. Yes.
Han is writing something quite long.
Oh yeah, that's good. I am in crypto and stocks for more than 4 years. In stocks, I am building dividend portfolio. In crypto, I invested in some GameFi projects because I see a lot of potential in the sector. I also invested in music, real-world assets, because there's also stable dividends from cash flow. Okay, music, real-world assets. What is music? And I am always using crypto. I am not using only for trading, but DeFiChain is my first icon and I want to understand this type of trading. Now I see some opportunities. With this tool, which you are showing right now I understand how and why to watch other wallets and chain and pool. It's better to trade on DeFiChain. My trading on stock always sucks. Yes, I agree. It has definitely some advantages, and I can just repeat myself. I would not be able to make the profits I'm making here with DeFiChain DEX trading, so in DUSD, on the traditional finance, on the traditional markets. So yeah, it's just because it's a still new system. We have not that many experts there. We have not that many traders who are really using all these tools and have built an expertise there. We have still a lot of people who are trading blindly or making big mistakes, and the opportunities to investigate, because everything is on the blockchain, and using the tool DeFiChain.trade is just giving us so great possibilities to make these amazing gains, right? And yeah, I can just recommend Han Solo to start and watch, and I think it's the expertise and which you will build up by yourself once you started with watching. And just the setup with what you're seeing here, watching the mempool, watching the traditional market, and having an overview about premium and discount and the pool size is already enough to start, and then you kind of will develop your own thoughts about the next step, I would say.
Definitely, I will recommend to Han Solo to don't be afraid and just jump into the DTM. It's about 500 DSD that you not spend there. You will, even if you got bet, you will lose some, maybe 50 or something like that. But I think you will probably have some profit, and it is the best way how to try it. And you are in contact with us in Telegram group, and learning by doing is the way.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe one addition to the difference between the sex exchanges and our DEX. We are quite early, and we have the unique possibility to concentrate the trades when someone by one trade move the pool about 2 or maybe 4%. And if you are fast enough, you also looking on the mempool, so you are alerted about it in advance. So this is something that you definitely didn't see on the traditional market.
Yep. Okay, so Han Solo did just write that he's going to try it and will join Dex Trading Masters. So Han's job is done. We can finish. No, just kidding. Yeah.
I think it depends only on Han if he want to raise another question or something that is not really really clear for him.
Yeah, it's a good idea. And then for the next workshop, I will definitely think about how to improve this, because right now I'm feeling a little bit stuck here without questions. So you saved me a little bit, Honzan, but
maybe
I think next time we will raise questions beforehand and then discuss them. Or
yeah, that was what I want to mention, that we could set some topics and ask for question in advance before the workshop.
yeah. Okay, so Han Solo is also not having any more questions, so I would say that's it for today. And yeah, was another interesting session from my side. So I hope I could help a little bit. And so everyone who's watching at YouTube, so feel free to give a like, thumbs up, maybe subscribe to this channel and help us to get a little bit more reach. And yeah, with that being said,
and definitely go through another videos on our YouTube channel. There are many information if you like to learn something about the whole project and about some things that happened. There are definitely many interesting videos.
yes. Okay. So everyone, have a nice evening, or wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video right now. Bye bye and happy trading.
See you on the DTM. Bye.